Bitcoin is about to do here something really crazy, what we haven't seen in a really long time. And I'm gonna show you exactly what it is, and also in which market stage I believe we are in right now. And of course, I will also give you a new trade that you can potentially enter right now while you're watching this video. And if you think that is interesting, then please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell to never miss out on these really important updates. And now let's jump directly into today's content here. So here on the CME chart is where I want to start off. We can see that the CME futures have closed on Friday around $34,100, and now the Bitcoin price is trading slightly above $34,423. So, and that means we would get a small CME gap if we stay around that level of $34,420. And you know the drill, guys. CME gaps don't have to get closed, but most of the time they get closed, and that would mean we would see a small 1% movement to the downside to fill it, and then continue to go to the upside. And that would also coincide with the real move that we are expecting on a Monday to happen, with forming also the Monday range. Now, when it comes to the cycle where we are in right now, because you have to understand, we are about to get the next halving in a matter of a couple of months. So we are not far away anymore. It's actually really close. It's some point in April. And every time when we go into a halving event, the market starts to rally into the halving, and then we see a drop. So where are we now on the Wall Street cheat sheet when it comes to the market cycle? I believe, honestly, after we saw now the last bull run where we went up, and now we had here this whole decline in the Bitcoin price, and then we basically had here in the between anger and depression, we had the bottom. And I believe the depression phase is over right now, and we are in the disbelief stage where people are not really trusting this rally to 100%. But they're also not doubting it so much anymore. So they are kind of like indecisive if they should trust this rally just yet or not. So, but what you can also see is once we're coming out of disbelief, hope is starting, and that is the next leg to the upside. So, and we have an indication on the Bitcoin chart right now that could set us up for this next move in the hope stage of this cycle, and that is what I want to show you today. But before I do that, let's stay here on the lower time frames. Here on the 1 hourly chart, we are still in this flag formation or in this range, however, whatever you want to call it. And if you would have listened yesterday to me, where I told you here at the mid-range level, you can start scaling into a long position. You would be up now slightly. You would be less than 1%, let's say 0.8%. 20x leverage on that 16% is still already money, you know. So, and I believe that by today or tomorrow, we're actually gonna test the top of the range here again at $34,800. I don't believe that we see here in the next coming days that the bottom of the range here would get retested again. So, but we still don't have here a really clean picture with some sort of chart formation that we can trade here, or a chart pattern. You can argue that here's like an inverse head and shoulders, but I don't really like it. So like I said, you can argue with that, so that you kind of have one here. So if you would do that, then you can also see when I measure it that this would bring us slightly above the range to actually a little bit higher, $35,152. Basically here to this high that we had, more or less. That's where this target would bring us to. So you can watch that, but for me it's not a super clean inverse head and shoulders. That's why I would have not traded that. But the neckline is coinciding with the mid-range line that we have here around $34,260. Now, when it comes to the next trading opportunity that I was talking about here on this 4-hourly chart, then you can see that we have here this falling wedge pattern, yeah, more or less, or pennant formation. Yeah, I would actually say it's more a pennant, with here a really long pole. Let's make it a little bit conservative. As you can see, we have already broken out of it, and the technical target would be $39,000. So if you want to enter a trade, it would make sense to do so, because also here on the VPVR we are above here the longest area of the VPVR, with not much resistance here on the visible range to the upside. So if you want to enter a position, there is an opportunity for you. If you want to play it safe, then just wait for $34,600 to be broken. Then you are more on the safer side. But you can technically enter a position now and set your stop loss here slightly at $33,800. That would be my stop loss. So you see there's a way more upside than downside in that specific trade here. If you would enter now, I'm going to show it to you. See here, that is for the upside, and here the downside is really, really limited. So here you see you have a risk to reward ratio of 7.5 to 1. That's absolutely fine. You have 1.8% of a stop loss, 20x leverage 36%, but on 20x leverage the profit would be 270% roughly. Yes, I'm not mistaken with that. Yeah, 270% against 36% to the downside. So that is a trade that I'm willing to take every day, because that is just a really, really good risk to reward ratio. And if you would enter the trade, don't forget to adjust your stop loss as you are more in profit, and also take profits along the way. And if you want to take that trade, guys, don't forget, use BYBIT for that. You still get 30K if you sign up with my specific link here. Or if you are in the UK and you cannot use BYBIT, then use BITGET. You get $8,000 in deposit bonus and $15 just for signing up with that specific link down here. So definitely take advantage of that. So now let's jump into what I wanted to show you today. And that is on the weekly chart. So as you can see, we are still here in this upward sloping channel on the weekly, and I believe the next weekly candle today will bring us out of that range to the upside. And I'm going to show you in a moment why I believe that is actually the case. So also here on this chart, if we close the weekly candle as it is, and it really looks like it that we're going to do that, then we are above this monthly multi-month support and resistance flip, which was really important to flip for Bitcoin to open the doors that we are basically starting now the next bull run. And the only level that we now need to flip here to get to 40,000, 50,000, and potentially even 60,000 is $37,159 here on the weekly chart. And here you can also see, I told you guys that this is most likely going to happen, that here this death cross that we were getting here on the weekly chart, that this will be a fake out. So now with the price action that we are seeing with today's weekly candle close, it will be considered to be a fake out if the next 2-3 weekly candles are above let's say $32,000. Then we will see here the 100 bouncing off the 200 and turning around and giving us then a golden cross to the upside. So here what I have found on a weekly chart, which will bring us to a much higher price level, is a double bottom formation that has broken to the upside with the weekly candle that we are having right now, and that will be most likely closed as it is of right now. So we only need to hold $32,366 for that, and if we do that, then this will give us a technical target of almost $50,000. $39,912 is the technical target of that double bottom pattern. Of course, that will not happen tomorrow. That will take a couple of weeks, but we will get there potentially by the end of the week, which is just 8 weeks or 9 weeks away from today. So if you want to enter a swing position wait for the weekly close and enter. Then there it makes most sense to me. If you want to play it even safer than that, then wait for a potential retest, $32,000, $32,500. If we get a retest, enter there and then trade this to the upside. And guys, if you want to learn properly to trade and you don't know yet how to trade, then you should definitely go and check out my trading program, where I will teach you everything what you need to learn from A to Z, how to trade. Everything what I have accumulated over the years of knowledge is in this course, and you can choose what kind of course you want. Either the self-paced one, which is just a video course, the assisted version where my team is helping you out, or the pro version where you are actually working with me side by side, and I will guide you on every step of your journey to become a professional and successful and profitable trader. So you have here the pricing. The pricing is heavily discounted right now and will not stay for a long time like that. So definitely take advantage while it's still lasting. I think in a week or two I actually gonna put it back to the original pricing. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.